Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1620 of What You Up To Now, documenting the journey and sharing my experiences as I've been growing businesses over the last almost 5 decades, for high 40 plus years, building businesses, growing different businesses, buying, selling, creating from scratch, starting offline while simultaneously working over a quarter century in corporate America, and then transitioning to, in 2017, the online world, playing around in that, experimenting, getting to know and learning following my divorce, and then in 2020 going back to the offline world as well as the online world, because I saw a big, huge need and void that we could all help to fill in whatever way works for us. Now today we are moving from the relationship area and aspect of our life, which we talked about for the whole month of June, to July 1st, welcome, to talk about the contribution area and aspect of our life. I, starting last year, began using a 9-area life framework. Prior to that, I'd done 7 areas for 4 decades, but learned about and added a couple more areas, and did, I think, 5 or 6 get up and go challenges around that thought and theme, using the 9 different areas and aspects of our life, not just 7, which were physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, and contribution. And I added confidence and communication because I was getting some coaching in those areas. I thought, if I'm learning it, I want to pass on what I'm learning and being exposed to, because that's my contribution. Make the world a better place by adding value in ways that we can, any way that we can. Our time, our money, our lessons learned, our education, our experiences, our stories, whatever we have to offer and give, our things that we're not using. One of my most rewarding things that I've gotten to do in the last few years was I re-evaluated my life and where it was going, and downsized considerably. I went from the home I had with my ex-husband and my kids and raising my family, and we sold that as part of the divorce, of course, but that meant letting go of all the things that we used to raise a family that really weren't being used anymore, and giving them to charity so that other people could use them to make their lives better and happier in ways that only they can imagine. So we're talking about contribution today, and for the whole month of July, I will share a lesson about contribution, and we'll do one little action item, a single daily action, to move us automatically toward improving the area of contribution in our life. Some people contribute all the time, other people not so much. We live in our own tight little circle where we don't really have much impact on things outside of us. I think contribution is an area where we're looking and we're defining it today for ourselves. So I guess I'm thinking through, what does contribution mean to me? I think it's more, it's contributing to ourselves and our own self-care and well-being, but it's also the contributing to people and places and things and stuff outside of ourselves, right? It's not all just about us. Now, the cool thing about contributing anything is what we give out and put into the world, we get back. Usually we get back 5 to 10-fold. So if we give something away, we tend to get we get more value back than we give away. It works that way in life. It works that way in each of our lives, whether we've experienced it or not. If you haven't ever given anything away or contributed anything, you haven't opened yourself up to the possibility of receiving, right? So we give what we want to get, we give what we want to receive. So contribution is a really powerful thing that we can tap into, all of us, because I used to, when I was younger, think contribution just meant, hey, donating money to stuff, donating money to charity, giving money to this or that. And then I realized, oh, it's a lot more than that. And when I learned that my time is much more valuable than my money, because I can always make and create more money, it's what I choose to spend my time on and how I spend my time. So actually donating my time and my expertise and my things that I've learned is a lot more valuable than just giving money, throwing money at people, throwing money at events and things and causes, right? So we're going to talk about contribution this month. And our first idiom for Supersize Your Business, I like to, this year I'm doing myself a favor, which is our idiom today, do a favor or do me a favor. And I am aligning the topics for the annual challenge and the topics for my Supersize Your Business for Female Entrepreneurs group, just to make my life a little easier, a little more consistent, and a little more aligned. Before I would just randomly pick an idiom for Supersize Your Business, and now I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing a topic that's different every day for the annual challenge. Why would I not find along that month-long topic a bunch of idioms that go along with the topic and use that? So this month, all month of July, we'll be talking about contribution-related idioms, or idioms that have to do with contribution. And my initial searches only gave me about 18 results, so I'm going to be looking for other ways to describe and define and share contribution and find idioms that are associated with that. So it'll be kind of a fun little challenge for me this month to find enough idioms to cover 31 days of the month of July, since I only found 18 so far. And I make a big list usually at the beginning of the month, and then I just randomly pick one for the day. Sometimes it coincides with the topic of the day, sometimes not so much, but they're all on the topic of the month, which is contribution this month. And how do we impact ourselves and impact the world around us? And I say, and my slant, I'm going to be right up front about it, is going to be to make the world a better place. If you just are out for yourself and you only care about yourself and that's all you want, and you don't care whether you hurt other people or whether you have a positive impact on the world or not, you just want to get yours, this is not, number one, the challenge for you, and I am not the person to be listening to, because I am all about, we're all here to make the world a better place. I like to live in alignment with universal laws, and that means making things better on the side of good, not evil. Honesty, trust, trustworthiness, doing the right thing, drawing the line in the sand, know what you will and will not tolerate, etc. We talked about a lot of that last month with relationship. So make sure that you're aligned with where I'm coming from. Otherwise, you're going to be mad at me every day, because what I'm saying is going to go against your beliefs. All right, so today, do a favor was our idiom. Of course, it means a kindness, or to do a kindness. It also, in the United Kingdom and Australia apparently, and probably in the United States, I've heard it this way too. Like, I think I've heard give me a break more than I've heard do me a favor, or do me a favor, don't even bring that up, or give me a break, don't even talk about that topic. So that's kind of, to me, more the do me a favor sarcastic meaning is more along the lines of, hey, give me a break. I don't believe that. It's when somebody says something that you're like, you think is so ridiculous, or the suggestion that they're making is impossible. You know, it's like expecting a tiger to change its spots. Yeah, give me a break. Do me a favor. A tiger is not going to change its stripes to spots just because we wish it so. All right. I can make a whole bunch of comments along that line, but I'm not going to. Go out, have an absolutely fantastic day. I've got to do some favors for people today, because I already committed to doing some things. If I can help you anyway, if you've got any questions, if you're stuck, remember the 5-minute thing. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Have a terrific day.